You don't replay conversations because you're bored. You replay them because something in you still feels unfinished. It usually starts the moment the world goes quiet. Lights off, phone face down. That soft, dangerous silence. And suddenly, you're back there. That one sentence, that look on their face, that tiny pause before they replied. You weren't planning to think about it. It just shows, hooks itself onto you, like it's been waiting all day. You tell yourself it's nothing, but your chest tightens anyway. You replay the moment exactly as it happened. Then again. And again, but the third time it changes. You say something sharper, smarter, braver. You imagine them understanding you better, or judging you more. Sometimes both. You know it's not real, but it feels real enough to keep you awake. What's strange is how detailed it gets. You remember the tone, the timing, the way you almost said something else but didn't. Your brain zooms in on what you missed. The joke that landed wrong, the emotion you hid too well, the truth you swallowed because it felt unsafe, and now it wants answers, closure, control, so it keeps running the scene like a movie that refuses to end. You wonder if they noticed that pause, if they misread you. If you sounded cold when you were actually nervous, you wonder if you revealed too much or not enough. You tell yourself to let it go. But your mind leans closer, not farther, because deep down, this isn't about the conversation. It's about what it might mean. What if they think less of you now? What if that moment quietly changed everything? What if this was the beginning of a future you can't see yet? Night makes these thoughts louder, more convincing. During the day, distractions protect you. At night, nothing stands between you and your own voice. And your inner voice doesn't whisper. It interrogates. Why did you say that? Why didn't you say more? Why did you freeze? Why are you like this? Each question lands gently, but together they weigh a ton. You don't replay conversations to punish yourself. You replay them because you care. Because connection matters to you more than you admit out loud. You notice things other people don't. Micro reactions, energy shifts, unspoken signals. So when something feels even slightly off, your mind treats it like an unsolved puzzle. And puzzles don't let you sleep. You imagine alternate timelines, versions of you who spoke more confidently, versions where they responded differently, versions where the outcome felt safer. You drift between those versions like you're trying them on. And every version asks the same quiet question. Was I enough in that moment? Sometimes the replay turns harsh. You zoom in on your flaws, your awkwardness, your tone, your timing. You feel exposed. Even though no one is watching, other times the replay turns hopeful. You imagine fixing it, clearing the misunderstanding, having the perfect follow-up conversation. You promise yourself you'll say it next time, if there is a next time. That hope keeps the loop alive. What hurts isn't that the conversation happened. It's that it ended without certainty. Your mind hates open endings, especially emotional ones, so it keeps the door open, just in case. You lie there, staring at the dark, feeling tired in a way sleep doesn't fix. Not physical tired, emotional tired. The kind that comes from carrying invisible weight all day. You might feel silly for carrying this much. You might tell yourself other people don't do this. But something in you knows this isn't weakness. It's sensitivity without a place to rest. You replay conversations because your mind believes vigilance keeps you safe. If you analyze everything, nothing will surprise you. Nothing will hurt you again. So you stay alert, even when you're supposed to be resting. Sometimes the replay drifts into imagined conversations that never happened at all. Things you wish you could say, things you're afraid to say. You practice them silently. Like rehearsing lines for a play no one knows you're in. Your body is still, but your mind is standing in front of someone, waiting for their reaction. You imagine disappointment, rejection, relief, understanding. You prepare for all of it, just in case. This is how you love, carefully, intensely, mostly in your head. You don't want to be misunderstood. You don't want to cause harm. You don't want to lose connection. So you revisit the moment, hoping to protect something fragile. Sometimes you notice how quiet your room is, how loud your thoughts are. You listen to your own breathing and wonder why it feels like you're running. You might feel alone in this. Like everyone else sleeps easily while you negotiate with memories. But there's something tender happening here. You're trying to make sense of the world, of people, of yourself. You're trying to find a version of the past that feels safe enough to put down. The exhaustion comes when you realize you can't change it, no matter how many times you replay it. That realization doesn't come loudly. It arrives slowly, like a wave losing momentum. The images soften, the dialogue fades, and for a moment, there's just you lying there, existing. In that moment, you might notice something unexpected. A conversation didn't define you as much as it felt like it did. The silence didn't erase your worth. The awkwardness didn't cancel your presence. You were human in that moment, and you still are now. You don't have to solve it tonight. Your mind can rest without answers, not because everything is okay, but because you are allowed to pause. The replay slows, not forced, not stopped, just less urgent. Your thoughts drift, not away from you, toward you. And as sleep edges closer, there's a quiet understanding. You did the best you could with what you felt at the time, and that's enough for this moment. Nothing needs to be rewritten tonight. Nothing needs to be fixed in the dark. You can let the conversation stay where it is. In the past, still imperfect, still unfinished, and you can rest anyway, just for now, and that thought lingers.